Hey beauties, today I'm going to be showing you how I refresh my highlights at home. Before we get started, I do want to give y'all a disclaimer that I am in no way a professional hairstylist. I have never taken any schooling for this. I just really enjoy doing my own hair at home. I've been doing it pretty much my whole life and it's what I like to do. Plus it saves me a little bit of money, you know? So I also want to show you the results before I get started. So this is the front and what the front looks like. The side. The back. And the other side. With that being said, I am not going from dark to light in this video. I did already have highlights in my hair. If you do want a dark to light video, I have one of those on my channel. I will link it down in the description box or right up here, so you can just click on that and head over to that video. One more thing, I am not touching any of my roots in this highlighting video, but I do also have a video for that. I will leave the link for that video down in the description box and right up here as well, so you can head on over there if you want to see how I do my roots at home. So now that you have seen my results and I've gotten all of my disclaimers out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So you just want to make sure that all the knots are out of your hair. So I'm just going to run a brush through it, get it nice and soft. Now everything is brushed out. I'm going to start parting it. The most important thing right now that I want to highlight is these darker spots underneath the tops in my root. I do like to wear my hair up in a half pony, so I'm actually going to part it like how I would normally style it in a half pony. So then I'm going to go right in the middle of my ears and part it this way. So I'm just wrapping it in a little bun just to pin it down. The part of your hair that you need to lighten the most is the part that you should always start with. So since this hair is a lot darker than the hair on the top of my head, I'm going to start on the bottom. I did go back to this Revlon Color Effects Frost and Glow highlighting kit, and I do have some toner left over if I feel like I need a tone. It basically has everything that you need. Here's the highlighting powder. This is some shampoo and conditioner, which I really love this stuff. It has the cap and like the pulley thing if you are wanting to use the cap. I'm not this time around, so I'm just gonna set this aside. I'll probably save this for later because I may choose to do it again, I don't know. And then it has a little tray for you to put the bleach in, and it also has the developer. So I'm just going to mix these two together. So I'm going to start on this side, and I think I'm just going to half it because it is a pretty thick piece. So we'll start with the bottom half and start painting it down. And I'm going to saturate the bottom first. Okay. And then you kind of just want to drag some of that bleach up on the sides and then just like blend it together. And you just want to smooth the tops so that you're not getting like anything harsh up here. So just smoothing it out with my finger and making sure that the bottom is fully saturated. So I'm just going to bring this up a little too. So you see how the other side is not saturated? That's definitely what you want, because if you saturate both sides, then it's going to look like ombre and not balayage. So just keep that in mind. I pre-cut this plastic, so I'm just going to wrap it. So now just repeating the process. I may end up just doing this with my fingers because it's a little bit easier that way. So just cutting the other side in half as well. So the main thing really is just making sure all the bleach is blended. I'm actually just going to try and follow the highlights that are already placed, just as a guide. Okay, so starting on the next layer, after I half it, I'm just going to clip this part up since I'm not highlighting it yet. I'm also, did I get bleach on my face? So on this side, I'm going to do 3 pieces, and we'll do that much. I'm also going to just clip this up. Again, just using that previous highlight as a guide, doing one side, and then I find it easier to just do it with the other hand. And I'm only applying just a little bit of bleach on the ends because, like I said, this part is already highlighted. I do want it to lighten with the rest of the hair, but I don't want to apply it too much. See this piece right here? It does kind of look like it's missing some bleach, so I'm just going to add a little. Okay, I just got a towel just to make sure that I'm not getting random bleach everywhere. I start about halfway through the strand and just blend it down. Okay, and then I start blending up. See how there's nothing on the bottom side of my hair? That's good. You only want to do it on one side of the hair. Main piece of advice that I could give you is just to take your time blending so that you don't end up with any harsh spots. And just remember to try and keep like the middle part a little bit lower than the outer edges, which I really feel like using my finger, I have more control than a brush. Okay, I finally have made it to the top of my hair. On this part of my hair, I'm just gonna take like a diagonal line. Do you see that? That's the part that I messed up in my roots highlighting video, so I definitely want to go back and fix this one. Because that one is so bright, I'm going to start on the other side. I'm not going to focus too much on this side of it because that one's already so highlighted. So I am going to try to avoid that spot. Okay, so still doing the same thing that I've been doing, just highlighting both sides, but I'm gonna just add more on this side. Okay, just taking the tiniest amount and blending. Okay, I'm just gauging how high this one went up. This part is really light, but this part isn't. So again, I'm just gonna avoid the really light part and start doing this one first. That is how the top strand turned out. I did just want to blend some of those highlights and fix this big patch right here. I didn't want to bring my highlights up too close to the roots because I do want that root blend effect. So I'm pretty much just staying with where my hair growth is, but I'm just blending these highlights together and trying to get this spot out. So yeah, that's what I did with this strand. Now I'm going to move to this side. The main thing that you want to remember, especially when doing a balayage and like a painted look, is to try and start from the middle of your strand because that gives you room to blend up without getting too close to your roots, especially if you want like a root blend kind of look. So that's really what I've tried to do throughout my whole head, is just start in the middle, blend it down, and then come back up and blend up. It really has just made it easier. I basically just did the exact same thing on this side. I just brought it up so that both sides were even. Then I'll probably let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes depending on how the bottoms are looking, which they are lightening up quite a bit, which is good. I'm actually going to also add some toner to my hair, and the one that I picked up is this Wella Color Charm P27 Medium Beige Blonde. I love the warm tones in this color. I think it'll look a lot nicer by taking this extra step, so I figured I would show you the process. So I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of toner and 4 tablespoons of this Volume 20 Developer. I'm just going to brush out my damp hair. I do already have it split down the middle, so just to make sure that I get all of my hair, I'm just going to cut this half in half. And with toner, you don't really have to be too precise just because you are saturating your whole head. Take some toner and just work it through my hair, just making sure that everything is nice and saturated. So I do like to just take a comb and brush my hair out. Okay, so on this top layer, I did end up just cutting it in half as well. Again, just because you want to make sure to saturate all your hair, so just half it. And I am bringing that toner up to my root and blending down, just because I want to have the same undertone throughout all of my hair. So then I'm just going to tie it up and leave it for about 20 minutes and wash out. I will be right back to show you the results. So that is how I achieved this refreshed highlights look at home. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Before I leave, I do want to show you guys my results with a middle part because that is how I highlighted my hair. So just in case you wanted to see it, I'm going to show it to you. That's not the best middle part that I've done in my life, but y'all get the idea, right? So here's my results in the front with the middle part. On the side and the back, and on the other side. So yeah, now that you've seen my results with both hair parts, I honestly just want to say that I absolutely love it. I really like how my hair turned out this time. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I could help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.